So welcome to Droke's Notes Brew Review. I'm Steve,
I'm Mike Scott.
and we are going to do a review tonight of
Ardbeg.
Ardbeg.
we've been doing a little bit of Google research on the different ways to pronounce it. There's Altavane, there's this, that.
Which I think is a different
But all
Scotch.
I can say is it's Ardbeg, which I always laugh because when we hung out in Vegas, Shelly and I, there was a place there called Tommy Rockers, and he used to always joke about, we're going to act like pirates tonight. What is the 18th letter of the alphabet? R, matey. So it was just a little bit of fun. But anyways, here we go.
This is 46% alcohol by volume. This is the Alea single malt. It is 10 year. So for Scotch, there's two different kinds. There's like a regular Scotch, and there's the Aleas. So the Ale of Scotland is kind of more smoky, more peated. And this was $50 for this. It came in this little tin replica of the Ardbeg distillery.
Now, have you tried this before?
I have opened it up and let it breathe a little bit. Took a couple of sips of it.
All right, so you kind of know what to expect.
I do know what to expect.
I have not tried this. I have not. Now, the first thing that I noticed, look at the color of this thing. That is probably one of the lightest. Now, this is a single malt, right?
Yeah, it's
single malt whiskey
year.
or Scotch. That is probably one of the lightest colored Scotches I have ever poured into a glass.
This is a 10 year. It is an Ale of Scotland. So this is again that
That was
island
the
off
first thing I noticed.
the west side of west side.
What's up?
Yeah, the Tupac side of Scotland. So you can tell this is a really professional.
That was Shelly. She's our
We're not
editor.
that either.
We're going to leave that in there. All right.
So
Oh my God! You knew that was gonna get me because you.
I was waiting too.
Okay. Full disclosure, I love aged Scotch, but I'm a snob when it comes to Scotches. I like the Macallans, the Johnny Walker Blues, stuff like that.
He's not very familiar with the
smoke.
Ale of Scotland.
We have done a review of the Johnny Walker Double Black.
That's a blended. This is a single malt.
Wow.
So, very smoky.
No, but it's a different.
And I get a little bit of the vanilla hints behind the smoke.
A lot of spice.
Yeah, the spice.
Yeah, the more you put your nose in there, the less air you're going to have in your nose. This
smells, and it's going to, I have a feeling it's going to taste the way it sounds. Ardbeg.
What's the 18th letter of the alphabet?
Here we go.
Arr. Let's act like pirate.
So, smoke, spice, a little bit of the oak, a little bit of vanilla, and that's kind of it. The smoke, the smoke just kind of hits you.
Let me open my mouth. Flames are going to come out. There's the smoke. Oh, my God. Okay. In all seriousness.
Smoke and spice.
Now, as far as a smokier Scotch, this is one, while, yes, there is a, guys, and when I'm talking smoke, I'm talking literally, this is burnt wood. You know, it's smoke. But with that, there's enough behind it to actually complement it.
Yeah.
There, you can get the oak. You can get the flavors of what a Scotch whiskey is supposed to taste like.
The spice behind
yes,
there
is a
really
tremendous.
good,
this is
man.
not a sweeter Scotch. This is a smoky spice. But the difference about this, which again I'm comparing this to the Johnny Walker Double Black, because that thing is smoke. Is Johnny Walker Double Black? It was all smoke. There was nothing else in it. This, I'm actually pulling out some hints behind it.
And see, that's where I'm going to maybe kind of say something different, because the Double Black, you got the smoke, but this to me has more smoke and more flavor behind it.
See, I'm getting about the equivalent smoke, and to me, but it's equivalent, but I'm getting enough behind it, and this is I'm picking up a little bit of the accents of the sweetness, which a lot of times with sweetnesses you're going to pick up cinnamons, vanillas, cherries, things of that nature. So it's a nice balance of this side of my mouth is going woo, it's on fire. The other side is going wee, I just ate a piece of candy. So it's a nice
And I think that's
blend.
where that. Yeah, I think that's where from this single malt is. You kind of get that. You get that.
You know what
smoke.
this will be good with? A freaking cigar.
Yeah.
This would
But
be.
I think that about all the alleys.
No, this is dynamite with the cigar.
And before we go on, we're going to do this 3 different ways. We're going to do it neat. We're going to put a ice cube in it and do it that way. Actually, no. I think we're going to do 2 ways. I don't want to ruin this with ginger ale. Unless you want to.
What'd you pay for this?
That is $55.
Yeah, I wouldn't. And the reason is, guys, is we have done reviews in the past with really smoky scotches. And unfortunately, with the smoke and the ginger ale, you have a battle going on who's trying to win, and they just don't complement each other.
Yeah, we're going to do this 2 ways. We're going to do it neat, and then we're going to do some ice in it, and then that's it. We're not going to put some ginger ale in this one and kind of ruin it.
Yeah, like I said, you're going to have a battle that's going on that just isn't going to make sense because we've done that experiment too many times with smoky whiskeys, smoky scotches, and it just doesn't make sense.
No.
So, all right, so I'm gonna add 2 ice cubes. Now, full disclosure, this is that was kind of cool. Leave that one in there.
Yeah, just use your
All right, so I actually prefer my scotches cool. So, which usually means you have to put at least 1, if not 2, ice cubes in there. I'm not a big fan of just spraying some water in there. I prefer them to be a little bit on the cool side. So, usually 1 ice cube, or if I'm using these, this is my ice maker, 2 ice cubes. Let it cool for a second. As you can see, it doesn't take long to melt. Room temperature scotch or a whiskey, it's going to melt that down pretty quick. But typically what it does, anytime you put ice into anything, it's going to tame down the spice, it's going to tame down any smoke, and it's going to tame down any type of bite. Now, the one thing I'm going to say, the one thing I am going to stop shaking your head because you're influencing me as I'm trying to get this out. The cool thing about this is, even as light as it was and as smoky as it was, when I drank it, a lot of people associate whiskeys with, here's that burn. Here, it's going to light up.
It says spice.
I didn't have any burn.
No.
So as far as a quality scotch and a quality whiskey, you should be able to sip and enjoy without feeling like, oh my God, I just did a shot.
Well,
and that was very comfortable.
It's kind of you get the spice, but you don't get the alcohol.
Yeah. All right, so this is, you can see my ice cubes are melted, so it's chilled down just a little bit.
I still get the smoke.
Wow. Big time difference. Smoke.
To me, the smoke, I get the smoke. Everything else is tamed.
No, I'm picking up oak. I pick up cinnamon,
I got
spice.
Some pepper. I got some pepper.
Yeah,
there.
the pepper, I can pick that up.
And this the nice, smooth, man. It's just kind of smooth. It's smoking smooth.
Now, hang on. Before you take a sip, just smell it one more time and just listen to my words. Any type of citrus? Just a backside hint. I don't know if you're picking it up. I'm getting a little bit of a backside citrus on that.
Maybe just a little bit. And that might be like the floral coming.
Yeah, well, he describes it floral. I may be picking it up as a citrus, like a lemon or. Yeah. Okay.
I think there's a little bit of a floral coming back on that.
It's very nice.
But it's really smooth.
Cheers. Here we go.
So I get spice right on the front and the smoke on the back on that one.
Wow. I am really surprised.
And I get some spice now on aftertaste.
I'm actually getting that every once in a while. If you drink a whiskey or a scotch, you can always tell how it affects you by when you swallow it. Right on the roof of your mouth, in the back of your mouth, you get kind of a like a washover effect where it's not pleasant. Chilled with the ice, I'm actually getting that on there. I didn't find it very pleasant to the palate. It was okay to drink, but when I swallowed it, it was like, what did you just drink? Yeah, I actually I'm going to say probably this one I would prefer it on the neat side.
Yeah, I'm
and not
thinking so
add any
too.
ice to it. So,
So we're gonna do a ginger ale, not?
well, we said we weren't going to mix it,
Okay.
but we've already put ice in it. What the heck's going to happen if we? Because I don't like this chilled. So, all
Well, we'll do it.
right.
We'll push
Well,
it
we're
this
gonna
way.
we're gonna go back to 3 now. So we're gonna go back to go ahead and adding the ginger ale to it. And the reason is because I probably would not finish this, even though we're doing a review. I don't like to waste alcohol, but I don't care for it with the ice. So we'll do a 50-50 blend. That's about a 50-50. Did you add ginger ale to it?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you add any ice to it?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. I won't with just some ginger ale. And I'm not a fan. Not
No.
a fan. It got worse.
Yeah, that battle between that smoke and that ginger,
Yeah.
they do not
clash.
complement each other.
So
All right.
we'll go ahead and we'll rate it. So neat. I'm going to give this one a 7.5. I like it. It's smooth. It has that smoke. To me, this is a good, and maybe even beyond an entry level to smoke. Real peaty. Now that I'm thinking about it, I do get a little bit of the salt taste to it. I give it 7.5. It's neat, 7.5.
Okay. This is probably going to shock a lot of people, because especially if you watch any of our reviews together when it comes to scotches and whiskeys, I am not a huge smoke fan. He literally every time he's like, "Don't smell it, don't taste it. I'm going to surprise you," and he throws curveballs at me all the time. With this one, I'd actually give it a 7. This is actually the first scotch or whiskey that he's thrown at me that has a smoke into it that I could say I'm not going to drink all the time, but it is one that I would consider putting in my liquor cabinet and saying, "Hey, you know what? I'm having a cigar."
Do not give this to someone that just doesn't like scotch.
Yeah. No, this would be one my wife's out of town because my wife doesn't like me smoking cigars. So my wife's out of town. I'm going to have a cigar. I'm going to sit on the back patio. I'm going to have a good smoky, single malt. And that's the first one I can honestly say that I would say, yeah, let me dip it. Let me have a smoke a cigar and let me drink it. And I would enjoy it. I'm going to give it neat a 7.
Or if someone said, I've never had an Ale of Scotland,
Yeah.
a real smoky one, give them this.
And this is my first Ale of Scotland. So I'm going to give him a 7.
With the,
which 7 and above is probably in my liquor cabinet.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go for the next two. So with the ice, I'm going to drop it down. I really like this neat, so I'm going to drop it down with the ice to a 6, and then if you put something in it, I'm going to put it at a 5.
Guys,
Maybe lower, but 5 is
and again, this this is a complete opposite of what I normally review. Normally, neat, ice, mixed. This is different. Neat, I'm going to put it at the top end. With ice, I'm dropping it all the way down to a 5. It highlighted tastes that I wasn't prepared for. It had too much smoke on the front end, not enough balance on the back end. Where neat, it had more of a balance. And then mixing it with anything, guys, this is not a mixing scotch. I would give it a 2.
So either,
A 2 mix. So I'm going to go 7 neat, a 4, 5 with an ice cube or any type of water or a neat with on the rocks, and probably down to a 2 mixed.
I can go with that, but so put down in the comments what you think of this one, how you drink it, how you like it. Give us a like, subscribe, share the videos. We're trying to get the subscribers up.
Trying to get the counts up.
Yep.
And if you guys, when you guys taste this stuff, if you guys pull out any other flavors that we didn't describe, do us a favor, put the comments in there, because that way we can go back and retaste it and see if we can pull those flavors out as well. Educate our palates.
Yep.
All right.
This for Droke Review. I'm Steve.
I'm Mike.
Deuces.
Peace out.